When you are young and running through life,
you never really pay attention.
how every move you make alters your life,
and how we put things off to the side, never realizing that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Until you get older and understand what that means. So live for the day, because we are not promised tomorrow. When things happen to you in life, you don't really notice the changes that quick. But one false move could end your life quick. From one day is good to the next day you're sick. And we never know what lies ahead, and if you will even wake up when you lay down your head. That's why they say live your life to the fullest, before it's over and all you did was blew this. You think as a young one I can do this tomorrow, not knowing how wrong you could be. Especially how all of us are on borrowed time. It's a hard reality, but damn, is it true? Nothing mentally prepares you for life. That's the sad truth for all of our lives. When you're young and running through life, you never really pay attention. How every move you make alters your life, and how we put things off to the side, never realizing that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Until you get older and understand what that means. So live for the day, because we are not promised tomorrow. What is sad is how everyone is on their own path, and most don't ever see the hell someone else went through. From homelessness to hate, the victims of violence and rape, and even more evil stuff that people had to endure. You never know it's behind those eyes, how many times they have had to lie, just so you won't judge them and change your point of view of them. I have had my ups and downs, so I know the shadows I cast. Still to this day I try and run from my past. I look back to see how far I have come, but it still breaks me down for all the shit I went through. I hope no one else has to walk in my shoes, but with billions of us on this earth, I know I'm not the one, only who went through this.
when you are young and running through life,
you never really pay attention.
how every move you make alters your life,
And how we put things off to the side, never realizing that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Until you get older and understand what that means. So live for the day, because we are not promised tomorrow.